favorite foodie influencers. Save to collections, create free meal plans, and shop the ingredients you need with ease. On Food Social, we make it easy to find great recipes, get your ingredients, and connect with hundreds of trusted creators. Meet Food Social, the free recipe sharing app built by creators. On Food Social, you can explore, save, and share recipes from your favorite foodie influencers. Save to collections, create free meal plans, and shop the ingredients you need with ease. On Food Social, we make it easy to find great recipes, get your ingredients, and connect with hundreds of trusted creators.
Hey, Michelle.
There we are.
Double intro never hurt anybody, right?
Double the fun. Double the fun.
Well, the fun. Well, no party lights today.
Yeah.
No music fading in. I thought, given everything that's going on in our world, it being the anniversary of 9/11 and all of
Yeah.
the terrible things that happened yesterday, it didn't feel right to have a live like that today.
Yeah. Agreed.
I thought it would be. I woke up with. I was so happy to hear the same thought that you had.
Yeah.
That when the world feels like a crazy place to be in, what are the comfort foods that we turn to?
Yep. Yeah. And because I mentioned that on my walk this morning with my husband that we were having the same conversation, and my son actually called me about an hour ago. He's been homesick, and I said, "Hey, what's your comfort food? Like, what's your go-to?" And he said a muffin. Without hesitation, a banana muffin is one that when he was 2 years old, he was helping me make, and so eating the batter quicker than I could scoop it out. And so that has been one of our comfort foods for our family. I didn't even have to, I just asked him without any, idea why I was asking, and he just agreed with that's kind of what I lean into as well. So how about you guys?
Yeah, I would have to like turn the clock way back because I think comfort food first starts with like the comfort foods that I had growing up.
Hmm.
And some of them looked like your stereotypical comfort foods. Like my mom made this amazing shepherd's pie with like
Mm.
the ground beef and the vegetables and the mashed potatoes. And like it's so funny because like normally I wouldn't like ever go out of my way to have a meal like that. That's not really like my thing. I'm very
Right.
textural, and so like, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason, like soft foods really
Hmm.
do seem to give comfort food, and so
Yeah.
shepherd's pie was a good one for me growing up.
Yeah.
And then sort of coming into adulthood, there have been a few like Haley makes matzo ball soup for us, which I
Oh,
love,
yeah.
and I
That's a
never had matzo ball soup growing up because that wasn't part of my
right.
cultural palette of foods.
Yeah.
Allie's saying that in the chat too.
What's
Um,
great about that too is it's not only comfort food, but it's actually like super good for you. Because
yeah,
not all comfort foods fit into that lane, so to speak,
yeah,
right?
right.
But also, you've got the broth and the ingredient. It just, I mean, I don't think I've ever had matzo ball soup, but it looks delicious.
Oh, it's so good. For
I
anyone
know.
out there that would want to try matzo ball soup, it's really just a chicken soup with matzo balls in it. And matzo ball
Yeah.
is like is it like cornmeal? I mean, we have gluten-free
Yeah.
ones, so I don't know if
Right.
Haley's watching the show. I don't think she is,
Because
but
that's kind of, for me, when you say matzo ball soup, I think chicken and dumplings, which is
yeah,
not exactly the same, but kind of similar. And my mom made that, but she used Bisquick back in the day, the easy biscuit stuff. So that's a great comfort food, and I think that would hit for many people as well, easily.
Yeah, yeah. So just chicken soup, right? And that is such an interesting observation, Michelle, because culturally, like so many cultures have comfort foods like that baked in, like so many cultures have like a dumpling. So,
Right. Yeah.
and I think there's this feels like it's sort of woven into the fabric of just humanity, right? Like, what are the
Yeah.
foods that we because we've all, throughout evolution, like we've all gone to the four corners of the globe and figured this out in our own
Yes.
way, right? And
Right.
I love that about food is that it touches all of us and connects us in these like strange ways.
It does. And in fact, I saw a little snippet of a podcast with Alona Meyer, the rugby star from the Olympics, plays female rugby. She was on a BBC podcast talking about food and how people are always like, "What's your cheat meal?" And she's like, "I don't have a cheat meal because you know what? Food connects us. And if I'm out with someone or I'm with someone and we're going to have a hamburger, I'm having the hamburger. I'm going to have the tiramisu because it is such a great connector, and food just has that way of infusing nicer times and or great family memories or memories around a family celebration. There's just the smells and tastes, just something, there's something so palpable about it. And I just love that she said that she's a professional athlete and she is going to connect over food and just do better the next day, or just, it's not an everyday thing, but she's not going to miss the opportunity to connect in that way with food. So I think I loved that. I even saved it. I'm like, I love this. I mean, I think she's amazing regardless, just pushing the needle for so many reasons. But
Yeah.
it was a great observation from a professional athlete to say that. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's what you're saying just really rings true for me that food is your ticket home and home isn't it might not have that connotation of comfort for everyone. Not everybody
we're no,
has the benefit
yeah,
of growing up, like that. But home can also mean different things to people too. It can mean a safe place, a place of comfort and warmth and safety,
yeah,
that doesn't necessarily have to equate to home or growing up. And I think,
right,
gosh,
agreed.
it's so nice that food can do that for us. It can transport us to a time where we felt a certain thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do have, for me, I mentioned muffins. And so my mother-in-law, she's been gone about 20, almost 20 years. I had the great opportunity of being in her kitchen, or she would visit us when we lived away, and she taught me how to make muffins. And her original recipes live in a sheet protector at my house. And so I have pulled this out today because these are just a few of her specialties. And I make copies just so I always have them. But I pulled this out today. I pulled out my muffin tins because for me, I need a chocolate muffin today. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lean into that, and I put a little extra. I'm gonna put chocolate sprinkles on the said chocolate muffin just to make it even a little more extra because I don't know. I remember after my mom passed away about almost 13 and a half years ago, I think I had a muffin every day, unapologetically.
Yeah.
Once the funeral, the memorial was over and everything, I'm like, I'm just gonna have a muffin. And I had one every day for breakfast for, I don't even know. It's probably embarrassing to say how long it was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I love rituals around food and how it can do that too. Whether you're missing somebody or just sort of like trying to like tie that thread to them. Like I think of my mom all the time when I have my morning cup of coffee because we take our coffee almost the same way. And
oh, yeah.
I can remember we used to drive to the Jersey Shore for family vacation in the summer. And I remember a year when my dad had to stay home and work. And so I was probably a teenager, probably 15 or maybe I just got my driver's license, so I was like 15 or 16, and I just remember sitting in the front of the van. The sun's coming up over the the mountains in Pennsylvania, and like we're each having
Mhm.
coffee from the canteen, and like
Oh,
30 years later, I still think of that. I still think of
yeah,
that drive.
yeah.
And it's
That's And honestly, those are kind of things that it's good to lean into and to
yeah,
just have as core memories that if those bubble up,
yeah,
that's just it's an infusion of maybe a deep breath in a way and recentering and just a call back to comfort. And especially for me, when it involves my mom or
yeah,
parent or something like that, it's even doubly. But even it doesn't even have to be for comfort. It can even just be special occasions where some of these meals, like you mentioned, the matzo ball soup or shepherd's pie, there are certain meals that are always on request because they just evoke that kind of connection for family in a way that, a quick meal any other day isn't going to cut it. And so sometimes you just need to have those kind of meals too, not because anything's happened, but just because it just feels like you need to create that and infuse the day with that kind of the tastes, and the smells. I know Allie's cooking pork carnitas today, and in a slow cooker, you have that long day of smelling
mm,
and the anticipation
yeah,
of same for like a roast beef. Like I love the Instant Pot, but I will do it in a crock pot every day, no, just because the anticipation of smelling a meal that you're going to have later on that day.
yeah.
There's something magical about that too.
That's the other one for us, just like that. Roasting a chicken in the oven for a couple of hours leading up to
Yeah,
dinner. Oof,
yeah,
game time. Like I love that. And then as you're making that, you're making the other things, whether it's like steaming green beans or boiling potatoes to make mashed potatoes, like just all those the cacophony of smells is just
right.
part of the fun.
And that often means more dishes later, but sometimes that's okay. It makes the
You're in my I did dishes so late last night.
me too.
So many
Me too.
dishes.
It was very late by the time I had some grandkids over, and by the time we were done, they were gone and my kitchen was cleaned up. It was like 8:30, which is not normal for me. I'm usually out of here and done with the kitchen, but it was worth it. I had my grandkids over. I will wait on them hand and foot and do whatever they need. But yeah, those dishes when it's something like that for me, I don't ever mind doing dishes. I'm kind of weird that way. I love doing dishes. Again, my mom loved doing dishes, so I'm sure that's just,
Yeah.
but yeah, when it's a meal around something special, it seems like dishes are just like, yeah, it's the chef's kiss to the end of the day, maybe for me, in
Yeah.
a weird kind of weird way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what I'm gonna make today.
Yeah,
Sort of lighten the mood around here. I'll have to look in
yeah,
the fridge and see, and that's sort of just sometimes that happenstance of whatever you have on hand when you're feeling this way can sort of
yeah,
create a new anchor into comfort
right.
food for later too. And so
Yeah.
I actually
Maybe your kids want to try that fairy toast I told you about, or fairy bread,
that sounds great. You should
because
send me
it
a
might
link.
make them recognize it from Bluey. I mean, that's a
Oh, is that what
very,
that is?
it's from, well, it's not from Bluey. It's an Australian party food.
Mm.
Um, and it's little bread with butter, and they call them 100 1000s. That's the Australian sprinkles, I guess they call them.
Oh,
But there's variations that you use instead of butter, Nutella, and just sprinkles, and you cut it in triangles, and that's fairy bread.
huh.
Or I
So
just started, I just went down a rabbit hole the other day, but I thought, oh, that looks so cute.
I'm gonna
And for little ones, yeah.
check.
But I know it's been on Bluey because it was one of the images I saw. So I'm sure
Really?
in one or two of the episodes of Bluey, I'm sure they've had fairy bread.
Oh, I'm
Or
gonna
I think it's fairy bread, not fairy toast. I might be misspeaking. But
okay.
anyways, it could be something new. I wanted to do it for my grandkids last night. It didn't happen. It's okay. I didn't need them amped up on Nutella and sprinkles that late at night anyway.
Yeah. Nutella is one of my, it's a top 5 food for me. It's so
Oh,
good.
I know. I know.
So
It is delicious for a good reason. So,
good. Well, I hope all of you watching in the chat, Allie and Tony on Instagram, I saw Deb and Bill were watching, and many
great.
others. I hope you all find your appropriate comfort food should you need it.
Yeah. And not everybody does, but
Everyone
just
does.
feel your way through the day
Yep.
and don't get high centered too much on what you can't control, but just take care of yourself and your family
Yeah.
and do what's needful for sure.
Yep. We'll be back tomorrow at pizza. Tony says pizza can all be a substitute. Yes, pizza
Pizza's
definitely
good.
for food.
Always. Yes.
We'll be back at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow with our Apple versus Pumpkin preview show. We're going to have Amanda from Maisley on the show. We're going to have Giannis from Argilos on the show, and then hopefully Haley from Primal Palette. But if not Haley, I'll at least be here.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the recipes that have been streaming in. We have over 80 recipes that have been created.
I knew we would bust through past 70. I
Wow.
knew we would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. I'll be putting together the videos for the show tonight, and so I'm very excited to see who comes out on top in that race. They're neck and neck, just
It
like
is.
last year. People are pocketing recipes for the very end to try and influence it.
Maybe we are.
I sort of understand, but I'm sort of like, it's a little bit of a joke, right? Like, but people
I
actually do care. So
I know. I know.
we'll see. We'll see if Pumpkin can go back-to-back wins or if Apple will pull it out. I kind of have a feeling Apple's going to pull it out this year.
We'll see.
see.
We'll see how motivated I feel because I did want to contribute one more, but the chocolate kind of muffin is taking a priority for me today. So we'll see.
Yeah, heck yeah. All right. Well, hope to see everybody back here tomorrow, and take care of yourselves.
Hey, you bet.
All right.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.